Hey, it's Jessica Goose here with RealAgriculture.com, and joining me right now is Karl Subban, who's a motivational speaker and one of the keynote speakers here at the Canadian Beef Industry Conference held in Calgary, Alberta. Karl, how are you doing today?
Very good, fantastic. Well, I'm doing better now, mind you. I got up at 2:30 this morning because of the time change, but I'm doing a lot better right now.
No kidding, oh goodness gracious. Well, we were glad that you were here. Your presentation was absolutely packed. There were people standing in the back, not really an empty seat in there, and it was all about the power of potential and really how you and your wife raised not only 3 NHL players, but also 2 daughters, and just the craziness that surrounds all of that. So
yes.
Being, at the Beef Industry Conference here and talking to producers, I do want to point out here, one of the first things that you said is that you're a family that loves to eat beef, and in fact, you actually sent your sons and daughters off to college with something special, right? Tell me what that was.
Yeah. Our kids were raised in beef, I'd like to say, because that's one of the things I wanted to share with the beef industry leaders today, that the Team Subban story is also a story around beef. Because, we didn't just buy a cow when the kids were young. We wanted to buy a cow, but it was half of a cow. We couldn't fit a full cow into a freezer. And we get the butcher to give us our stew, the steak, the roast, the ground beef, and so on. And as the boys moved up the hockey ladder, we learned more about the importance of protein. And beef is a wonderful source of protein. So the boys started eating steak for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner.
Oh my
and
goodness.
they were drafted by the Belleville Bulls of all teams.
Yeah.
The Bulls, right?
The Bulls.
Yeah, and so when we sent them off to Belleville, we sent them off with their steaks, the George Foreman grill, and the secret ingredient.
Yes.
Okay? The Jamaican jerk seasoning.
Yes.
It goes great with steaks.
With
okay?
everything.
And the kids loved it, because with children, it's how we prepare it.
Yeah.
It's how we're prepared.
Yeah, so you have 3 sons here, PK Subban, Jordan Subban, Malcolm, and then 2 daughters, Natasha and Nastasia?
Nastasia,
okay.
yes.
And, like we mentioned earlier, it's that the power of potential and what you really have to do to get to the point where your family has got very successful, but there were some bumps along the road to growing up and to getting to the professional level that your boys are playing hockey. And I believe your one daughter, I actually watched a TED Talk of her, so
yes.
She's also a motivational speaker following in your footsteps here. But what is that message that you wanted to get across to producers today?
Well, like I said, the one was our connection to beef. Our children were raised in beef. And the other thing, too, is just about potential. This industry, as you know, is undergoing some changes, you know what I mean? And some things outside of their control. Mm-hmm. And in life, too, as we pursue our dreams and goals, we will face things outside of our control. But we need to have a strong belief system. And what I like to say to young people and to everyone is to believe in your potential. That's where it starts with me. That's where our successes and achievements start. It starts with us believing in it. Because if you don't believe in your potential, which gives you the ability to become or to develop in something over time, I don't think you're going to grow or develop. And then being an educator, that's how I saw all my students, including my own children, of course. I saw them through that lens I call potential. It gives you the ability to learn, to grow, and to develop. And how we see children influences how they see themselves. So if I see you through that lens, I'm telling you, you can learn to grow and you can develop. But potential, the one message I wanted to get across to the industry leaders today is that potential is like a 3-legged stool. Mm-hmm. And I asked them to write the word potential in the seat of their stool. And one leg attach the word dream to it. The second leg attach the word belief to it. The third leg attach the word action to it. Okay, that's how potential looks. Dream, belief, and action. And we can only fulfill and unlock our potential through our dreams, through having a growth mindset, that belief system that we can grow, we can develop, we can achieve, we can succeed, we can overcome our mistakes. And then the third leg of the stool is the action leg. When you don't make your dreams actionable, you're only daydreaming. You know what I mean? So even this beef industry, what I wanted them to know is they have a dream and they have some goals around increasing consumption, around changing attitudes, about growing that base who are eating more meat. But you know, and the belief system is important because, you know, there's some kickback. There's fear of the unknown, distractions, I call them. So we need that positive mindset, and then make your plan or your dream actionable. And I gave them the 4 T's, and the 4 T's is a summary of the action. You make time to do your tasks. The 3rd T is training. No one gets better overnight, you get better over time. And the 4th T is team. It's very difficult to accomplish our grand goals, our big dreams, without having a team around us. You know, the more important the dream, the more important the team. The bigger the dream, the bigger the team.
You are full of mantras, and another one that I took away there, and you had the audience kind of repeat it. And
Yes.
I might get this wrong, so I apologize.
But I can repeat it for you
can
too.
repeat it for me. All right, so maybe let's start it off together. So it's, my potential lies inside me. It gives me the ability to reach something, to do more, to be more.
Yes.
And to
become more.
Become
And if you
more.
have time, I'll go back into it. Like I said about the 3-legged stool, like PK, I always say, I use him as an example. PK Subban, his stool looked like this at a young age. He had a dream, he had his dream leg. And when you have a dream, that's when you attach that leg to that stool. Because a stool doesn't work unless it has its legs. So it's when you have the dream or the goal. The middle leg is the belief system. You know, because your belief system will be tested when you chase your dreams or your goals. You will have doubts, people will doubt you. And I told a story about what happened to PK. He was very young when someone said to him, "You'll never make it in hockey. You'll never go as far as I did." And I love asking young people this. Did the coach's goal, or did that person words stop PK? And
Nope.
It's music to my ears
Yep.
when young people say, "No,
Yep.
no." And then I ask them, well, what is stopping you?
Exactly.
What is stopping you from doing better in school? What is stopping you from finding your way in life? And because people ask me, what did you say to PK? And I said, I don't remember, but I hope what I said to him, the thoughts were found in the words that you just said. My potential lies inside me. Because remember, we were born with it. It was our gift at birth. And when we develop it, it becomes our gift to the world. So my potential lies inside me. It gives me the ability to reach for something, that is to dream. Okay? And when you do that, means you're doing something. And you're going to become more. And you can be more. And who doesn't want their young people to do more, to be more, and to becoming more? Okay? So what they say is important. What they say is important. When I have conversations with young people, I know if they have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset by what they say. You know, and that's why I say this. Believe in your potential. Because sometimes the world doesn't make us feel good about ourselves. And no one can take it from it. It gives us the ability to become more and to do more, to become more over time. And that's what I want people to believe in. And that's how I connected it to the stool. And when too many legs are missing off the stool, young people lose their way. And if I'm running a company and I don't have this, what's our vision? What's our vision? You know, how are you dealing with those obstacles? You know what I mean? Because it's not what's happening to you sometimes, how you deal with it. And what steps are you taking to reach those goals, to go where you want to go? So I love the stool. And I love what I'm saying to myself. It's positive. It's positive.
You got to start. You got to start each day with that positive note, and like you said here, bringing it back to the beef industry, that they are going to face hurdles, especially with not only sustainability and environmental stewardship, and
Yes.
getting more people to eat beef, and why
Yes.
beef is good.
Yes.
You're going to have those distractions, but keep on believing and make a plan, make that action, and you'll
that's
see
right.
it through.
And you know what? We live that story. Because if we allow distraction to get into our way, to let doubts and fear and the unknown get in our way, I wouldn't be here today speaking about the Team Subban vision for success.
Well, and
All right, so
it's
we've lived
definitely one for the books as well. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.